Hello, Super Nerd friends. It's Saturday, I believe. Trying to remember what you guys talked about. I watched your videos, and then we went uptown to get things, light bulbs, and a little spray mist travel size bottle, which my grandmother calls an atomizer, which sounds way cooler than mist squirt bottle thing. Television shows, I think, is one of the topics. I've been meaning to watch American Horror Story. I've been trying to. It's always one of those shows that's on Netflix's you should watch this list. And a couple of my friends have really liked it, but I like that description that everyone is a ghost or insane or both, which makes it sound probably maybe better even than it is. But it didn't sound like you were saying it was a good thing. Or it is a good thing, but it's kind of a disconcerting good thing. I really like at least the first season of Battlestar Galactica. I'm starting on the second one, or I watched a couple episodes from the second season because the first one ends on a major cliffhanger. I'm like, well, now I have to watch a couple more episodes, so I did. And so I'd wreck the first one anyway. I love that everyone in it is very deeply flawed. I don't think there's anyone in the show so far that's like totally bad or totally good. They're all just kind of realish people with lots of problems, which I like. I don't know, there are a couple things in it that I assume the writing is good, so I don't think it's just them being stupid. There are a couple things in it that I'm starting to get annoyed with. That's mostly just like I don't know why certain characters are doing what they're doing, and I can't understand their motivation. But I think that will be revealed in time, especially because some of the things I don't understand are like why the bad guys do what they do sometimes, and it's either because some individuals aren't doing what the entire group wants them to do, or motivations of the entire group are still beyond my comprehension at this point. I've heard Misfits is kind of good. It's another British, English BBC show, I think. But I don't know if you'd be into it at this moment, just because it's another one of those kind of supernatural-y shows. But totally understand not liking subbing. Just that whole, it doesn't seem like a lot when you start, but jobs where you don't know where you're going in or not, it's like this constant anxiety that never really goes away and just kind of builds up after a while. And we've talked about that, and that I understand completely. It's too bad that you can't find work in Las Vegas, or I don't really, it seems like there'd be more opportunities in Las Vegas than Moses Lake, but I don't know, maybe you just actually want to move. But whichever one you do, I hope it works out for you. But yeah, subbing. I should probably be subbing because I'm not getting paid for volunteer work, but pretty much don't want to for all the reasons you have for quitting, plus me not liking kids or large groups or babysitting. So yeah, but if you're both in Washington, that might make it easier to visit you guys or have some kind of meetup if I have time when I'm about to go off to grad school, which I got accepted into another school, the one in Wisconsin, so yay. I guess it'd be kind of nice. They have a more open degree program than Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is very specific and concentrated. Like, that's why they can have a master's degree program in 1 year. But there's, like, nothing else in that program except for library stuff. So that's actually kind of a negative for me, because I want to learn how to do that, but I also don't want to go into the field not being more specialized in something about history or something about the things I'm going to be studying, which Milwaukee's good for that. And Michigan, too, in the more technological side. Milwaukee's better on the doing archives and also being more specialized in history, or English, or music, or law, or medicine, I think. Depends on what you want to learn, but they have that. It's an option. And it's a lot closer to family. So, but I don't know. It isn't as good a program, or it wasn't 3 years ago. Relatively, they're both the top 10 school in that program. So, I don't know. But yay, Vlogbrothers and togas. That's pretty cool. I had an oh duh moment. like, oh, Pi Day, right, because I'd forgotten that was a thing. And I'm like, oh, it's on the 14th. That's funny. Oh, 3/14. Got it, because I forgot about March. Becky, don't feel too bad, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing to expect things of technology. I mean, or maybe not expecting more of it, but expecting more responsible use, I suppose. I mean, it might be a bit, I don't want to say naive, but it's like the opposite of cynicism, I guess. Like, you still, I say you, like, none of us do, but, you know, nothing's worse than being cynical in regards to what we're capable of and improving, because then you get stagnant, and then you don't even try to get better, and that's horrible. But I think that's a good thing to sort of push that envelope, I suppose. I'm most, I think, as far as advances, I think field of medicine is probably where I'm most impressed with us. And, you know, even that could be better, I suppose. But I'm still playing Mass Effect. This kind of ties in. One of the Alien Squad members mentions Thomas Hobbes. I'm like, way to drop some serious academia all up in my space opera game. That's kind of cool. But he has a line. I don't remember if this is the exact wording, but it's very iconic summary of why, you know, like, you're in the future, you have like intergalactic travel that's possible and all these different species, and, you know, but you still have war and disease and poverty and stuff. I think it's some like digital tour guide is talking to you about how parts of this space station are still like racked with poverty. And he says technology doesn't cure greed, which is like, well said. I mean, technology is just a tool, you know? I mean, like what? A plow makes it easier to make crops so you can make people not starve, but it also makes it easier to wreck the soil and make it, you know, overwhelm and deplete the nutrients, and makes it easier for famine to happen in the future. So it's a balancing act, you know? And just trying to make it work, I guess. But yeah, on increased internet, it was a little bit worrying. I guess not all the time, because you don't live in the house anymore, so it would be occasional, but it was like watching a recovering addict walk into a warehouse full of drugs when your eyes kind of lit up at the high internet speeds. But be a responsible user, Becky. It's the key. It's being responsible about our technology, etc. But have you heard about the new anti-piracy things? It's been going around for a bit, but it's kind of stupid. I mean, the way they're going about it sounds smarter than it has in the past, but it's kind of like a check system, and it's being implemented like through the service providers themselves. So if they catch you like being a pirate, then they'll send you an email, or an email to whoever owns the internet account in that house, and tell you, hey, we caught you downloading pirated stuff, quit it. And then it gets consecutively worse until they like significantly slow down your internet connection, or you have to like check a box to tell them that you watched all their educational information about why it's bad to be a pirate and stuff. But it's really weird, because like, they're only, at this point anyway, they're only doing it for like high traffic blockbustery files. Like, if someone uploads like the Avengers or something, and a lot of people are downloading it, and they're only doing it on BitTorrent and other torrent sites. It's like, just don't download movies from torrent sites, and you're pretty good. That doesn't make sense. Or they don't know how piracy works. So, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything else about that. But yeah, the whole, why aren't we just information in the ether? I don't think we have that technology yet, but that would be interesting. There was a book I read recently where that was kind of a thing. I don't remember which one it was, but it was recently when I was starting my sci-fi kick. And it was something like, I think it was talking about the progress of technology in every civilized civilization. After they reach a certain point, would either destroy themselves in some sort of balmy nuclear holocaust, or they would upload themselves to computers and exist that way. So on all these old planets you have just ruins, because after you get that certain point, and you become the Matrix, or you kill yourself as a civilization. But then it had like weird connotations, like after you get uploaded, then like basically all you try to do after that is try to get unloaded, and it's much more difficult to go the opposite way. But I think it was trying to use it as like a metaphor for heaven, and some people were like, well, that'd be awesome because it would be like perfect because you'd be in a computer. And the people were like, but it wouldn't really be real. So it was like a /Matrix/heaven thing. Anyway, but I haven't watched Life of Pi yet, or Warm Bodies, or Cloud Atlas. We only have 2 movie theaters around here, so we can only play, the town can only have 5 new movies at any time. Like, Cloud Atlas didn't even come to the area when it came out. I didn't get a chance to watch the other 2, because they're both gone now. Yay. But on projects, I think the reason why we didn't start a project when it was brought up the first time is there were objections raised, at least by me, because I'm like, I don't know, I'm not feeling creative. But it's good that you guys are. You guys should start something, and I'll see if I can get back into it, or I don't know. But I had a to-do list, and I must have been writing it when I was tired or something, because one of the items was begin revolution. Another item was don't cat. Like, what does that mean? Like, do not cat, like an animal. And it's weird, but don't cat makes less sense to me than start revolution. I know what that was referring to, but it was like, buy tomatoes from the store, light bulbs, start revolution, and don't cat. Like, what was I thinking about? Or was I listening to something and it just kind of ended up wrong on paper? But yeah, free energy would be a certainly ambitious project. And should we succeed, I think it would likely end in our assassinations by the oil, coal, green energy conglomerations. But I don't think that's a reason we shouldn't try. Come at us, conglomerations. But, yeah, guess that's it. I've been fighting off a headache for the last couple of days. Yeah, so that's why I haven't been returning calls or anything. I just haven't felt up to talking for a while. And it's kind of gone away. I think it's kind of a muscle thing, because my muscles still kind of hurt, and it's like, the headache could be coming back, but just not at this moment. So I think I need to stop marathoning TV shows and games and get up and walk around sometimes. And that'll fix that. Yeah, the video's getting kind of long, so I'm going to log out and bid you good day. Bye.